Hello students, today we are going to start with Chapter 2, Microsoft Windows 7, the Control Panel. In this chapter, we'll be able to learn about Control Panel, how to change the date and time settings, how to change the taskbar and start menu settings, changing the mouse settings, and also changing the sound settings. A computer has various parts which are controlled by the CPU. So the CPU is the central controlling unit of the computer. In the same way, Windows 7 has various features and software which are controlled by its central controlling unit called control panel. Let us learn about the control panel of Windows 7. Control panel. As the name implies, control is to manage and panel is a sort of dialog box. So, the control panel is the dialog box which is used to manage everything for the Windows operating system. It is used to make changes to various settings of the computer system. To open the control panel, follow the steps. As you can see below picture, click on the Start button, then click on the Control panel to open the Control panel dialog box. The Control panel is used to make changes to almost all the settings of our computer, including the functions of the input and output devices. By default, the control panel is displayed in category view. There are total of 8 categories as mentioned. Let us learn about each category. First one is System and Security. It is used for setting the overall operations and security of Windows 7. Next is Network and Internet. The uses are, it is used for setting the interaction between various computers connected to your computer. Hardware and sound. Uses, it is used to adjust settings of all hardware devices attached to your computer such as keyboard, printer and mouse. It is also used to control the sound settings of the computer. Program. It is used to install or uninstall programs on the computer. User accounts and family safety. It is used to manage various users and store their preferred settings. Appearance. It is used to adjust the visual effects of our computer, such as how the start menu or desktop should look like. Clock, language and region. It is used to change the date, time and language settings of your computer and also to change the region where the computer is being used. Ease and access. It is used by differently abled users. Some of the inbuilt features are text-to-speech and user input options. So in control panel, now we are going to see one by one how to change the date and time settings, how to change the taskbar and start menu settings, change the mouse settings and sound settings. So first we are going to see how to change date and time settings.
Let us learn to change the date and time settings. To change the date and time of the computer, follow these steps. Click on Clock, Language and Region. Click on Date and Time to open the Date and Time dialog box. The Date and Time tab is the default tab that opens each time the Date and Time dialog box appears. Click on the Change Date and Time button to open the Date and Time Settings dialog box, which allows you to change date and time settings of your computer. Click on left or right arrows to choose month and year. Select a date. Click on up or down arrows to change time of your computer. Click on OK to save changes. Changing time zone. To change the time zone settings, follow these steps. Click on the Change Time Zone button to open the Time Zone Settings dialog box, which allows you to change the time zone of your computer. Click on the down arrow to open the time zone drop-down list. Select the suitable time zone for your region from this list and then click on OK. Adding clocks for different time zones. You can also view the current time in any 2 cities of the world along with your home city. To add clocks for different time zones, follow the steps shown here. Click on the Additional Clocks tab in the Date and Time dialog box. Select the checkbox Next to show this clock and select Time Zone from the drop-down list. Enter a display name, for example, Chicago. Select the checkbox Next to show this clock. Similarly, follow step 2 and 3 for the other clock. Click on the OK button. You can see a monthly calendar and the additional clocks added by clicking on the time clock displayed at the bottom right corner of the taskbar. The display of the calendar and clocks will appear as shown here. You can also change date and time settings of your system by clicking here. Updating system clock with Internet time. Windows 7 also gives an option to update your system clock automatically with an Internet time server. This option is available under the Internet Time tab in the Date and Time dialog box. No more. In 1981, Ch2, a computer scientist, designed the first model of Windows. It was announced in November 1983, but Windows 1.0 was not released until November 1985. The first version of Windows released in 1985 looked as shown above. The taskbar is displayed at the bottom of the desktop. The notification area is located at the bottom right corner of the taskbar. To change the taskbar settings, follow the steps shown here. Click on Appearance. Click on Taskbar and Start Menu to open the Taskbar and Start Menu Properties dialog box. The taskbar is the default tab that opens each time in the taskbar and Start Menu Properties dialog box. Do the following to change the taskbar settings. Check the Lock the Taskbar option to prevent the taskbar from being moved to any other position. Check the Auto Hide the Taskbar option to hide the taskbar automatically when it is not used. Check the Use Small Icons option to use small icons on the taskbar for the programs that are commonly used. Using the taskbar location on screen drop-down list, you can change the location of the taskbar to bottom, left, right, and top. Using the taskbar buttons drop-down list, you can combine or show separate icons for all files that are using the same program. Click on the Customize button to change the default settings of the notification area. Click on Customize to see the dialog box as shown here. Follow the steps given here. Click on the down arrow to open a list of available options of each icon. select Show or Hide icon and notifications. Click on OK to save changes. Smart tip: you can open the taskbar and Start Menu Properties dialog box by right-clicking anywhere on the taskbar and selecting Properties. Changing Start Menu Settings. The Start menu of Windows 7 looks as shown above. The appearance of the Start menu can be modified with the help of the taskbar and Start Menu Properties shown in the dialog box. To change the Start Menu settings, open the Taskbar and Start Menu Properties dialog box and follow the steps shown here. Click on the Start Menu tab. Check on this option if you want your computer to remember and show in the Start menu the programs you have opened. Check on this option if you want your computer to remember and show in the Start menu and on the taskbar the programs you have opened. Click on the Customize button to open the Customize Start menu shown in the dialog box. The links to various folders such as Computer, Control Panel, Documents, etc. appearing on the Customize Start menu dialog box can be changed so that they can open the folder as a separate window or as a submenu. You can even hide the folders you do not want to be shown in the Start menu. The various options that are available are as follows. The Display as a Link option makes the name appearing in the Start menu as a shortcut to the folder that directly opens that folder. Selecting this option makes the item in the Start menu as shown above. The Display as a Menu option makes a submenu to the folder in the Start menu. When you hover your mouse over, a small submenu with contents of the folder is opened. Selecting this option makes the item in the Start menu as shown above. The Don't Display This Item option removes the item from the Start menu. You can also customize the Start menu to save and show your last programs using the number of recent programs to display option and your last files using the number of recent items to display in jump lists option by clicking on up or down arrows as shown here. To change the power button action, open the taskbar and Start Menu Properties dialog box and follow the steps as shown. Click on the down arrow to open the drop-down list. Choose an option from the list to select the power button action. The various options available are Switch User, Log Off, Lock, Restart, Sleep, Hibernate, and Shut Down. Smart tip: jump lists are the submenus created by Windows 7 in front of a program in the Start menu to display the files which you have recently opened. Changing mouse settings. To change the settings of your mouse, you need to select the Hardware and Sound option from the Control Panel categories. This will show various options, as shown here. Click on Mouse to open the Mouse Properties dialog box and follow the steps shown here. Buttons is the default tab that opens each time the Mouse Properties dialog box appears. Choose one of these options depending on whether you use mouse with your right hand or left hand. Slide this to increase or decrease the double-clicking speed of the pointer. The Pointers tab of the Mouse Properties as shown in the dialog box, lists various schemes. These schemes give you choice to select different styles of mouse pointers. Some styles of mouse pointers are shown in the table. Mouse pointer when scheme, normal, busy, working in background, move. Windows arrow, Windows black, Windows inverted. The next tab in the mouse properties dialog box is pointer options. It also lists various options related to the pointer. Slide the select a pointer speed slider under motion to increase or decrease the speed of the pointer on the monitor when you move the mouse. Check the display pointer trails option if you want to see a trail of the pointer when you move your mouse. Check the hide pointer while typing option under visibility if you do not want the mouse pointer to appear on the screen when you are typing text. Sometimes you are not able to see where the mouse pointer is on the screen. If you check the show location of pointer when I press the control key option under visibility and press the control key, circles of decreasing size will blink on your screen, showing the location of the mouse pointer. There are 3 more tabs in the mouse properties dialog box. These are Wheel, Hardware and Device Settings tab. These tabs are used to view the change the scrolling speed and other properties of the mouse. Changing sound settings. To change the sound settings of your speakers, you need to select the hardware and sound option from the control panel categories. This will open a list of options as shown here. To change sound settings, follow the steps given here. Click on Sound to open the Sound dialog box. Click on the Sounds tab. Click here to open a drop-down list of various sound themes available on your computer. Select a sound scheme. This will be applied to events in Windows and programs. The Playback is the default tab that opens every time when you click on the Sound option in the Hardware and Sound dialog box. This tab shows various listening devices such as speakers that are attached to your computer. The next tab is Recording. This tab shows you various recording devices such as microphones that are attached to your computer. The Communications tab is used when you connect your computer to a telephone line for making or receiving telephone calls through your computer. Smart tip. You can adjust the volume of speakers of your system by clicking on the speakers icon in the notification area and selecting the level of volume from the slider control that looks as shown alongside.
Thank you.